Hi, it's Carrie. In today's 5-Minute Friday, I wanted to talk about creating custom filters in PubMed, which, hard to believe, I don't think I've done this before. I don't use them a lot, but they can be very, very practical depending on your discipline. So what I'm going to do is show you creating a custom filter scenario that, let's say I'm an occupational therapist, which I'm not, and I want to see occupational therapy literature when I do searches in PubMed. So first thing I'm going to do is create an occupational therapy search concept, or as sometimes called, filter, hedge, other things. But let's go to the mesh database and let's look for occupational therapy. So this will be a broad filter we can apply to any search to narrow it down to occupational therapy or therapist. So we're going to grab these two, add to search builder. And while we're here, we're just going to look in the mesh entry and see that they call it ergotherapy. Sometimes I've heard it called vocational. I don't want to get too broad. Let's look at the other one. Okay, nothing here that I need to do. And the thing that I just noticed is this needs to be an or, not an and. So make sure that your Boolean operator here is always an or. Search PubMed. And we're going to go back to the mesh database while we collect some more terms. I call this term harvesting. So in the mesh database, I think there's one for occupational therapist. There may not be. There is. Okay. Okay, so we're going to grab that too. Search PubMed. And then I'm going to clear this out and I'm going to add my own terms. So we'll do occupational therap. This will return therapy, therapies, therapist, therapists, therapeutic, therapeutics. And I'm going to add ergotherapy just in case that's like a European term. And I want to put field tags on these, I forgot. And we'll run that. Okay, and now I'm going to go into advanced and I'm going to say add query for the first one, add with or for the second one, add with or for the third one, and I'm going to clean up the parentheses. Not absolutely not necessary, but nothing bothers me more than seeing these searches with like 25 parentheses that could have been cleaned up. So now we just have one open parenthesis in the beginning, one closed parenthesis at the end. Everything else looks good, and I'll click search. Okay, we didn't get any error messages. Everything looks good. If we look at the results, we're seeing what we would expect to see. And so now, and here's where you get a look behind the scenes of my own personal dashboard. I'm going to copy this whole thing. So Control A to select all, Control C to copy. I'm going to go into my dashboard. So please note, I'm signed in. You're going to need to either create an account or sign in. And so we'll go to the dashboard. And up here, I have filters showing. Now these dashboards are customizable. So yours might not be in the same place. And you just need to find the filter section. And we'll go into manage filters. And then here, I'm going to say create custom filter. And I'm going to paste my search here. We'll test the query. We found 15,811 results. We're going to save it as occupational therapy, just occupational therapy. We'll save the filter. And so now we're going to go back to PubMed, which I do by clicking on my NCBI. And then from here, hitting search. And then I can do any search I want. Let's say hernia repair. And we'll just click search. And we're going to go to my NCBI filters. We're going to make this active, which I forgot to do. So now it should be active. It says for active, okay? Whoops, and then we'll go back to our search. You see that it's active. We'll go back here. We'll do that again. And now it shows up. So for hernia repair, if we limit it to occupational therapy, there's 2 results. So that's not a great idea. Let's look at oral feeding infants. So we're just searching in a different way here. And with the occupational therapy filter, we had 6,416 results without any filter. But if we want to limit it to OT, which is pretty common in NICUs, then we will limit it to OT. And now we get 42 results about infant feeding and occupational therapy. And even though we don't see it right away in the title and sometimes the abstract, it has to be in there. See, this one's in the abstract. So that's how you can create a custom filter. I've done it for systematic reviews. I've done it for pediatrics. I do it for occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech language pathology. You can decide where it might fit in your searches for your discipline. And the most important thing that I didn't mention is that this filter will always be here now whenever you're logged into your account. So if you wish to use it, simply log in, run your searches, and you'll see the filters that you've set up. So that's where I mean you can use it forever, basically, as long as you're searching in PubMed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.